hate the homies.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies. Yes, we love it though. Rock Teasy is who I beezy.
It's your boy Griff, and I Hate the Homies, episode 61. You gonna love this.
Oh,
Nate Newton.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
all you gotta say.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
all I'm
it.
gonna say.
I used to call him Big Juicy, but he lost so much weight, man. So now he's just Great Nate. Shout out to the homie right there.
Yeah, I'ma never call a man Big Juicy ever, dog. So good luck. How'd that work out for you, by the way?
Hey, dog.
He accepted that. He accepted you calling him Big Juicy, man.
Yeah, man. But see, back then when you had nicknames like that, it was cool. Nowadays, you can't get nobody a nickname because everybody's so sensitive.
So sensitive. What up?
And this your boy
Snoop.
Super Dave. This your boy Super Dave. Thanks, Griff, for that 61. Nate Newton, a legend. He won championship with the Cowboys. How long has it been since the Cowboys won a championship?
One of the greatest offensive linemen of all time. Period.
Straight up.
It is what it is.
He's not a Hall of Famer yet, but he did go to FAMU, and he's in the he's inducted in the Black College Hall of Fame. So it's any minute for him.
Yeah,
Right,
he'll be.
This your boy Super Dave, but guess what, y'all? We don't care.
We don't care.
What we do care about, man, everything that's about to get ready to happen with Carlee Russell. We're gonna give you our thoughts and our opinions on all the fakeness that's going on with that. And I don't even know. We're gonna start off with that. We gotta get into that.
All the fakeness, though.
Yeah, man. Come on. Like everybody kind of had that feeling though, for real, but it is what it is. Then we're gonna get into this NIL situation, Coach Lane Kiffen and all this. Y'all, you know I got something to talk about this NIL. So
of course.
I've been calling it from day one. Steph Curry drops his top 5 all-time greatest starters, and he's not on this list. So that's respect right there. That's saying something. He keeping it real. Women going viral for quitting her job, and her husband got bothered about it.
Well, it wasn't just he was bothered. She cussed him out. And I mean, come on, man.
Well, we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, the ladies going to always have an opinion on should they work or should they not? Should the man feel like that the women should be in the house and should be a housewife? All this kind of stuff. So this conversation can go to a whole nother level. And then, Griff, you had an amazing interview with a Negro League new movie that's out, which is really passionate to me. Byron Motley, who's the executive producer of this movie. What's the name of the movie again?
It's called The League. It's simply The League. I actually was on Prime, Amazon Prime the other day, and I saw you could rent it there and a whole bunch of platforms. But yeah, everything I thought I knew about the Negro Leagues, and I'm grown, it was nothing after watching this.
Man, I can't wait till we get into this, man. So that's what today's episode is going to be all about. Let's get into it. Ray Duggar, let's go!
I hate the homies.
All right, let's get into this Carlee Russell situation, man. So Griff, go ahead and just in case you've been up under a rock, bring everybody up to speed of what recently happened.
A woman around the 17th of July said,
a black woman.
A black woman pulled her car over on the side of the road of the highway, said it was a baby walking around, a toddler, and she wanted to make sure the baby was safe. While she then went on to say when she went to go look for a baby, a man with orange hair came out the bushes and said, I'm also looking for the baby. Then he grabbed her, pushed her over a fence, put her in an 18-wheeler overnight, fed her Cheez-Its. The next morning, him and his girl painted her nails, and then she ran away and made it home safely. Now, all the footage show. Well, also, when the police got to her car, there was a wig. A wig was left. Her phone was left. And on her phone, after the police went through it, they saw that she had been Googling how to buy an Amber Alert. She also was looking at scenes from the movie Taken, and just a whole bunch of information that made this look very Jussie Smollett-ish. That's all I'm gonna say.
So basically,
it came out. She came out a couple days ago that she admitted that it was a hoax. It's always a hoax. You don't never hear hoax no other time. And there's somebody lying. She basically lied about everything. They got footage of her You know, when she went to her mama's house, she was just walking down the street, dooley, dooley, dooley. And then when she got to her mama's house, she started, but like right in front of the house. So the question is this. The question we asked on Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell was, does this make it hard now for all the missing Black people in America because this one lady yelled woof? Or can we call a spade a spade? I personally think that the police is about to put the hammer down because, first of all, you wasted 54 hours of manpower where they could have been looking and helping some. The police is mad because you had us, everybody was worried and just, you know, I mean, and then, and of course, mental health is real. We'll say that, but so is lying.
Come
How
on,
about
man.
that?
You can stop right there. And I just want to say that part right there. Like, I get it. Everybody want to put everything on mental health. Is mental health important? Absolutely. Are there resources out there to get people help? Absolutely. But listen, I don't know if I can believe that blaming everything on mental health when somebody makes a poor choice or a poor decision in their life. Like, you can't just automatically go to mental health. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of...
Because you thought of it. You called the police. You left a wig. Mental health is... me and Dave and Rock T was doing a podcast, and then Griff left, ran in the middle of the street naked on the highway. Like, that's mental health. Like, what's wrong? Why would he do that out the blue? That ain't even him. Shut up, Dave.
It could be a fetish of yours, Griff.
You have to pick what highway, first of all. Was it a highway or an expressway is the question.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for the girl. I really don't for Carlee. I just don't, because I don't want to blame it on mental health, mental issues, because we've heard this same thing with who in basketball. We just heard a few months ago. Ja Morant said the same thing about the mental health.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all we keep hearing is about mental health with these people. It's not. It's people being stupid. It's people being on social media. It's trying to become a star. I can't give you the answer on what she tried to do, because in my mind, I wouldn't be doing this.
And that's what...
But these kids are different now. I don't understand the mentality of this new generation, but they have more access to stuff that we didn't have, and they're doing stupid and crazy stuff.
How about more access don't stop? We also could have said we got kidnapped and left a wig when we was her age or whatever, but we knew what these kids don't know. There's repercussions. There's consequences, dog.
Here's the deal. Her attorney made this announcement for her. So, which is fine. Attorneys do that all the time.
That's what you're supposed to do as a lawyer, right?
But he still, now correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I read and heard is he still don't know why. Like, she haven't told her attorney on why she did this. Like, what was the whole, where did this come from in your head? And what did you think was going to happen? Why did you do this? So we still don't even know the why part. Like,
you don't think it's part of it because of social media, because you want to become a star, you want to become a name, attention. That's
all I see. I don't see nothing else, because guess what? When you got found and you was okay, then you get to go on Good Morning America, and then maybe Ricky Smiley want to talk to you, and then then people gonna want to. Now I can't remember. That's also an affliction. People that need attention like that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
People thrive off that.
Yeah.
People want attention, whether it's good or bad.
But that's the mental health. So if you have that syndrome or that problem, that is part of mental health. You have a condition where you need attention. But when I think of mental health, I think of the mental health that wasn't spoke of when I grew up in the household that I lived in, where it was bipolarism and chemical imbalances and dysfunction and all of that. And people had to go to school and act like nothing happened last night. Like, I think of mental health and think about being a traumatized child growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a lot. I'm with you. I don't have a lot of empathy for people that's out here lying. Now, should you go to jail? Yeah, you
Yes.
absolutely should.
Something has to happen to where somebody else down the line sees that there's consequences for your
Don't be
act.
like Carlee,
Exactly. Don't be like Carlee.
because we thought you would be saying, don't be like Jesse
I was gonna say,
Smollett.
the Jesse Smollett, the same thing. He did. He used race as a
His was out cold.
Yeah.
She did too. A
Well,
white
yeah.
man with orange hair came and grabbed me
and then we wonder why
and
These
fed me
people-
Cheez-Its.
and people wonder
The
why
cheeses part.
The cheese is the detail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
the
detail.
cheese. Yeah.
But then we got to figure out why, when a white woman becomes missing, they go after. It's a search party. It's 3 or 4 days of it. But when a black woman, this is why.
You
I'm not
know,
saying
maybe
you
it's
shouldn't.
not funny because white women lied in the 50s and 60s and said that black men whistled at them and they were hung and they were stripped of their private parts. So this just ain't funny to our nationality. Like, this ain't a thing that you fake, and I mean, we 50. So this was never, I did a lot. You know what I used to do? I used to call the operator and say, what you wearing? And hang up. Remember, you could press 0
Oh yeah.
and the operator would.
Yeah.
We
So
prank-
I was prank calling the operator. And I remember one day I was calling the operator saying stupid stuff, making my brother laugh. And I remember the operator called back. And when the phone rang, this is way before call waiting. And when the phone rang, I was like, hello? She said, I know you in there playing games. I'm going to keep calling till your mama or your daddy get home. And I just remember being on the phone like this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I stopped prank calling. And guess what? She's going to do some time and not community service. And she's going to stop prank calling. And I really wish, and part of her community service is that she goes to those places where people have been kidnapped and they trying to get their life together. And the people that, just got back from being, what is that? Human traffic. Like, I hope she get to speak to some of them people because they wish to God somebody would have helped them. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's sad because we all cared at the moment this happened. It was big. You didn't?
I didn't even. I was like, won't suck me in. I'm not getting sucked into nothing else on social media. One person does ... Not gonna suck me in because now I don't have to feel bad. I already know I wasn't going to get caught up on the missing lady. Once they said, I saw 3 or 4 posts, then I saw the police say, well, here go her car on the highway. We don't see no kid and she ain't get and I was like, nope.
The part where I wasn't sucked in anymore is when she left her wig. Ain't no black woman leaving no wig.
Oh, not Jack.
For what?
Exactly.
As expensive as wigs is.
Well, if it was a kidnapping, think about it. If it was a kidnapping, you had to leave some stuff behind because you got to make it look like that you got kidnapped.
Let me tell you something, Carlee. She watched too much TV. You left your wig, your phone. First of all, your phone did you in.
Yeah,
Number one.
Let's talk about the phone. Let's talk about at least delete your history on your Google searches or something. I mean, come on, you didn't think this out.
But that's showing you she's not playing with a full deck right there.
Which goes back to mental health. So you said it yourself. No. You said it yourself. Now a court gotta, is she crazy? Is she not crazy? Who would leave a wig? Who would leave a phone? Why wouldn't you delete? So this is all, I'm just playing angel's advocate, dog. I already know. And I'm just saying that a lawyer is going to say, my client was obviously going through something. Okay.
Right.
Maybe she liked Cheez-Its a lot, had an adventure. Maybe she watched too much TV. Who knows? But she obviously wasn't in her straight place, because what person, jury, pulls over on the side of the road, makes up an invisible toddler, then said, so that's, the problem is the real crazy people not going to get the leeway no more.
Right.
And now you're going to have crazy people that should have been in a facility for mentally impaired or something, and they just going to go to jail because ain't nobody got time for these Carlees and Jessies, and ain't nobody got time for these liars. Let me tell you something. My mom, one time, Lenore, my brother had lied about something. And instead of whooping him again, because he was sick of whooping him, he was a liar, she got a Sharpie and she put L's all on his face. Mm-hmm. And she made him go outside and play. And before he went outside, she said, and you better not tell him you a leprechaun either. You a liar.
She should have wrote liar all over his face and just make it blatant.
I like that.
Yeah. That's old school discipline right there.
Come on, dog. 1978.
But I wouldn't use ink. I wouldn't use ink. I'll make you get a tattoo. If I'm the judge and she can beat this case, the only way she's going to beat it is...
like a scarlet letter?
A scarlet letter is going to be at the top of her head that says dumbass. So then you know what you're dealing with when you're talking to her. Just a dumbass.
I'm actually not mad at that. But then what if she kill herself because the people laughing at her for calling her dad and blah, blah. You got to think it. You got to think it out, though.
Are you going to believe that, Death? Are you going to believe that? She's going to be on some island. She's going to be on some island with Tupac and Biggie.
You said something right there. Message.
Especially
with the Tupac piece, man. I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's move on before we cause some kind of controversy. Let's go ahead and move on from that, man, before we cause some type of controversy, man. We don't want to disrupt none of that stuff, man. So Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffen says that the transfer portal, NIL, have made college football a disaster. Oh, you know I got something to say about this. We're going to get into that next, man. Let's go. So they're going to play the McDonald's thing right there, right?
Yep, I will.
Right, we'll come back.
You want to come back with Lane, just his comments? Then we come right after.
I got it right here. Hold on. Yep. 154. Look like you said 154 to something else.
We're back, baby.
The 244.
How'd it go?
Hold on. Got to go through this commercial. 154 to what?
244.
A little quick take here as SEC Media Days continue. We look to
here you go.
Imagine like in professional sports, which again we are. So as far as it is with players, that you're coaching a player in camp and then they go, you know what? I don't like the way you're coaching me. I've graduated, so I'm going to go. I'm going to play for another team. And teams know that. I mean, people pre-portal and, they know who's going in, they know who's graduated. So you're really dealing with that too. And that messes kids up. I say it's really challenging for a kid. He's working out with his team in the off season, but then other schools are calling him about going there and him being fully invested when, hey, the strength coach yells at me, or I don't like this, where I am on the depth chart and I can leave. That's not really a good setup.
All right. So from that perspective, I can see how coaches can be very
from
frustrated.
A coach. Yeah,
from a coach's perspective, I can see why they can be frustrated because those kids, it's already, a lot of them already kind of coming in hard-headed, thinking that they all that, especially some of the top recruits, and it's hard to coach them sometimes. So when you add this NIL piece, and they got money now, they got these endorsements and everything, it's like, okay, you can't really tell me nothing because I'm really I'm up there right now. So from that perspective, I can understand the frustrations. But from the overall spectrum of NIL, the portal.
Tell them what NIL stands for.
Name, image, and likeness. So pretty much these kids are being recruited to these colleges and universities. But it's no longer just, hey, we like the way you play football. We're going to give you a full scholarship to pay for your education for the next 4 years of your life if you come play for us. And oh, by the way, you're going to be our starting quarterback. Okay, that's old school recruiting. Everything is cool. And then, of course, the kid gets excited about, yo, I got recruited by Nick Saban at Alabama. I want to go there and play. Now, if I'm Oklahoma State or if I'm SMU, or if I'm any other mid-level college university that
New Mexico Aztecs.
You know what I'm saying? That got a huge booster club. And when I say got a huge
not New Mexico Aztecs.
So, but they got access. They may not have a huge booster, but they may have access to money coming in from somewhere that can help put money into this recruiters, into this athlete's pocket to come here. So that's what NIL is, man. They come get the scholarship, plus they get, we're going to buy a car for you. We're going to make sure that you have, $100,000 or $50,000 over the next, whatever. Make a long story short, these players are getting paid for their name.
Straight up.
And
Finally. Good.
And in my opinion, I've been saying from scratch, that's Griff with his fun little toy right there. But in my opinion, that I've been saying from day one is it's leveling the playing field across college football now.
Right.
So now no longer you have the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Michigans, the Notre Dames, and the Oklahomas, all the top routine players team that you see in the top 10 every single year. You're going to have some of these mid-major teams that's getting some of these top players, is spreading the talent across the country now.
This is where Super Dave and I disagree with you on
Oh my
NIL.
God, thank you.
I'm all the way,
blah, blah,
I'm all the
blah,
way
blah,
for the NIL, but when you always say, now these Alabamas and Oklahomas is going to have to deal with Delaware states. No, they not.
No, they don't.
And Lane Kiffen, to what he said, these kids are coming in now, and what if they leave? But if you go to an Alabama, you're not going to leave. And if you go to an Alabama, you're going to get coached by Nick Saban. So really, Lane Kiffen need to check his own coaching. If Lane Kiffen got kids that's saying, I want to go somewhere to Purdue or somewhere else just because I don't like, that sound like personal problems. But these real schools are getting the number one running back in the country, and he not leaving. And he going to get some money, and they still going to be Alabama. Keep thinking Alabama is going to be bottom 6.
See, this is the problem I have.
Who said that?
It's not
Not bottom 6 in the top 6 instead of in a top 2 or 3.
No, Alabama's still going to be in the conversations of national championships because they just got a powerhouse of recruiting over there, and it's still Nick Saban. I'm not saying that, but people are leaving Alabama. So let me put that point.
You're right.
But it
right.
ain't the starters leaving Alabama. It's the guys that's playing behind the starters that want their shot and also make some money on the side, like what they're doing now. That's fine. I mean, you're gonna lose some guys. They've been doing that for a long time, but now these guys are getting paid. The only problem I have now with what Lane said, what he said is true. College football is going somewhere. I don't think it's big right now. But it's going somewhere I don't think we're really ready for. And it's their fault. It's coaches. It's NCAA. Because when they had a chance to pay these guys years ago,
decades ago,
they all turned their back. If you want to put it in football terms, they all punted on 4th down. They didn't want to deal with the issue. And now the NCAA has no control of this. Now, everybody can get paid. But what Lane said, it's hard to listen to him and go, okay, I'm listening to him going, okay, I believe you, because it's the same guy that during the season, last season, was shopping around himself to Auburn to get more money out of who? Out of Ole Miss. He wanted more money.
Let me tell you something.
He's able to leave. He's able to do whatever he want to do. And now these kids are able to do the same thing and shop for more money. So he can't be saying what he's saying right now because they also lost 5 straight.
Yeah, he sounds super
like
Lane grow up.
Like a hypocrite. That's what he sounds like.
But Lane is taking advantage of the portal and NIL too. Come on,
exactly.
You taking advantage of it too, dog.
Yeah, he is.
But what he's mad about is, and it's also kind of what Nick Saban said. Remember we had the conversation last year when Nick Saban came out and said something about A&M and brought Deion's name up. It's about talking to your boosters, because if you want to continue to win, we got to find a way to pay these players.
And the boosters got money, and they got long money, and they've been given to the school, and they might as well.
Yes.
If this is going to help our football team get better, I'll pay it.
Now it's legal.
Now it's legal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the NCAA can't police this thing.
Look,
they let it get out of control.
But that's what they get. Because guess what? Cam Newton, when he was at Auburn, could not sell a football jersey with his name on it. He could not sell a football jersey or he would have been kicked out of school.
Let's take it to NCAA basketball. Who are we talking about? the Fab Five.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on.
Look how much
right.
money they could have made during that time.
Look.
Well, they
changed
made
the
it
game.
anyway. They just did.
Well, they did it anyway. But you know, I'm saying legally, but I'm saying they changed the game.
Yeah,
They had guys wearing long shorts with the black socks.
with the
I mean,
black
they-
socks.
Yes, they were the image of college basketball. Even Georgetown back in the day with Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning. These guys would have been paid dearly. Most of these guys getting more money.
But that's
than
what the
probably-
NCAA get, man. The NCAA makes $6-7 billion a year. And here's what a lot of people don't know. The NCAA is a nonprofit.
Right.
That means they been getting money as long as you could think of. Are you kidding me? I just found that out some years ago.
Yeah.
A nonprofit like a church, you not paying taxes? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see them getting any control because in different states, you can't do anything to these guys of making money. You can't stop a kid just like us when we were going to college and we had jobs and making money. You can't tell a kid not to make any money.
Come
So
on, man.
now
love
it's out of control and they have no control over it. I don't see it changing the landscape right now. I still say when you look at the polls this year, you still have Georgia, you still have Alabama. That's where we disagree.
Oh, for right now. Come on. If this, I mean, over the next, and when did I say when I very first said this, man?
Coaching still
Listen.
plays a part, and because these guys will go to the next level too.
Of course, but it's still gonna level the playing field overall, man. Especially over the next 3 to 5 the years, man, and depending on how long this NIL thing is active. But first of all, look, I love it. I'm glad that the players are starting to get paid for their name, image, and likeness. I'm glad that it's gonna make college football even more competitive. I'm a big fan of Cinderella. I'm a big fan of other teams outside of the main ones every single year. TCU getting to the national championship last year, that was huge. Regardless if it was a mismatch or whatever, that was a great story, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to happen more often.
Did you love that score though?
Of course.
Did you love
man,
35-3 at the half?
It showed you who had the 5 stars or who had the 3 and 2 stars.
For now, but this NIL and portal is going to all spread out. Watch what I tell you. Every single year, we're gonna have more TCUs coming in this doggone top 25.
We not rock. We not.
Man, squash all that bull crap, man. Y'all know. Let's talk about Steph Curry.
Why does he always go to that, bro?
Because he know 2 against 1, he hated.
No,
we beat with him. We
I'm
beat
the
with
one
him
that-
until
I'm
he
the one
said
that's accurate.
Colorado gonna play Alabama in the championship.
I'm the one that's been accurate. I've been telling y'all, get ready, y'all. This is about to happen.
You have been. And
Not
I said
the part you're talking about. I mean, all that we're saying is college football is going to be a disaster where it's heading. That's all. But I'm not agreeing with you on the part about it's going to change the landscape as far as leveling the playing field. No,
Watch
it's not.
what I tell you. Watch what I tell you.
If SMU get the #1 quarterback in the country and they stole the court, they didn't steal it. If they got the quarterback from the transfer portal and he goes to SMU, you still just SMU in your conference. That's it.
Dog.
Like, you're gonna be the best in your conference. That don't mean we talking about 126 Division I colleges, dog.
Right. You can't just pick one school, bro. Just let it all plan out. Watch what I tell you. Let it all plan out. We're gonna have another conversation.
How many years?
Let us know how many years. We got to hear this BS over the next how many years.
I already told you over the next 3 to 5 years. I didn't say that from day one.
You have.
And when would Deion win?
He's gonna win at least 5 games this year.
Is he gonna beat TCU game 1 in Dallas?
It's gonna be. We're gonna find out. That's gonna be. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He ain't gonna pick it. He gonna say we're gonna find out.
I gotta do a little more homework on TCU because they got how they reloaded.
They lost a lot of people, right?
They did. Yeah.
Agreed.
So I ain't gonna be a fool like David and just talk out the side of my neck. I gotta go do a little homework and research.
That's what you've been doing the last 10 minutes. Griff, that's what he's been doing the last 10 minutes.
Let's talk about Steph Curry, man.
You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying not one thing.
Is that me talking out the side of my neck?
Yeah, that's a real visual.
So Steph Curry, ladies and gentlemen, and David, whatever you call yourself, man, he put his all-time NBA starting 5 list together, and he's not on it. He's not on it. So we're gonna talk about that next. Let's get into it.
Hold on, before you go over this list with Steph, I just want to speak as Super Dave.
I don't think what you're doing with the NIL, Rock T, is I don't feel like it's just important to me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just I don't see the big picture because I'm small. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the picture is so vast to me that I can only see a smidget of the.
Okay, all right.
That's right. So it's pretty much Stupid Dave is so small he can't see the big picture. Like he don't have that big vision.
That's what we're going with.
His brain capacity can't handle it. But
just tell us Steph Curry's list. Hurry up.
All right, so his all-time NBA starting five is Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson. Yes,
love it.
LeBron James is not on this list, and he himself is not on this list. So you agree with this?
That's a code. That's a nice. That'd be fun to play on 2K. That 5 right there. That'd be fun. I don't know who going. It's a lot of shooters, dog. it's a gang of shooters, dog. But I'm not mad at that list at all. Especially coming from Steph. It's very respectful.
Magic Johnson as your point guard. All the point guards we've had through the history of the NBA. I'm just asking you guys. So I know what Steph put down. Are you putting Magic Johnson as number one?
I think Steph is just saying, 6'9", 6'7", whatever Magic was, the first one that tall to play point. Like, that was a big deal. Like, and his records, his championships, like, coming from Michigan State, coming right, like, he turned the Lakers around. I think he's thinking of the bigness. And then remember, his daddy played, so he ain't no stranger to the list.
I don't think it's any question about Michael Jordan.
You saying who would we pick? I love Mike at the 2, but did he put Kobe at the 3?
He put Kobe at the 3 instead of LeBron, and I like that because I think you got two. When you look at Kobe and you look at Michael Jordan, you got two great defensive players and two assassins, two killers on the court.
I like that.
Guys that would be in competition on making the big defensive play down the court.
I like the Tim Duncan and the consistency. Just
the big fundamental. That's
just you know who he was.
Yep.
I think the only one I would change, because you can go, you've had a lot of great centers in the NBA. I mean, you could put Elijah.
Who you gonna put there, Bill or Wilt?
I'm gonna put Wilt because
let me tell you, I just watched Wilt's. Did you watch Wilt's documentary on?
And I'm putting Wilt because of the 100 points, but also for the 10,000 women. That's all. Let
me tell you something. Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something, dog. When I watched that documentary, and y'all check it out on Showtime, it's called Goliath.
Yeah.
I didn't know he changed the NBA. I didn't know. I never knew. So we wasn't around at that time, right?
Watching basketball,
right?
And even the basketball on that time was what? Even when we start watching basketball, do you remember they used to take delayed basketball games?
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
You weren't watching games live.
That's funny.
I know it is funny.
I just thought about that, like they really did.
But no, Wilt was the real deal.
What about you at center?
I love Shaq, and Shaq is the most dominant guy we've seen in our time. But
they were just saying Wilt before Shaq, and then everything that Wilt did, everything that he knew who he was. He knew his worth. He knew. And always remember, to me, sports don't count till black people play. Like, I don't care about Babe Ruth and all them playing out. I don't think no sport should count till black people play because we changed it.
We changed the game.
So the way Wilt came into a only white sport and did what he did is fascinating.
Will we ever see anybody score 100 points again? I know Kobe and I think Kobe.
Not in today's game. Not in today's game. But I got two other players that I may slide into the start.
Let me hear.
Who, NIL?
NIL.
They gotta go through the transfer portal. That was good, dog.
Absolutely. No, I would probably put I love Shaq, bro, but I would probably put Kareem at center, and then Olajuwon at power forward.
That's good.
Oh, you want some? That. Oh, he won. Yeah, I like that game because he won his slashers is what they call it in soccer. But you want them assassins and then the two
The
more
dream.
assassins, pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah. Oh,
Two
come on,
more
man.
big ones. I'm not mad at that at all.
You
I
had
ain't mad at that at all.
You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who had the sky hook, which was
Unblockable.
unstoppable.
You couldn't stop it.
You couldn't block it. You couldn't block that shot. And then the dream.
Olajuwon, man,
Olajuwon, man.
arguably maybe one of the top centers ever. Like arguably, because he brought footwork. He brought skill.
His footwork is he's still helping the guys and the big guys in the league now.
He brought the up and unders and just the quickness from a center perspective, man. I mean,
and he was African. To me, this brother is the first African that we had saw for reals outside of was the fullback for the Chiefs there yet? Olajuwon was before him, right?
Christian Okoye.
Yeah.
So Hakeem Olajuwon was we ain't never said no names like that. We were saying Smiths and Browns and Jacksons our whole life. And Olajuwon was a mouthful.
And I just remember the one time they played in the NBA Finals against the Orlando Magic and Shaquille O'Neal. And he did numbers on Shaquille O'Neal. Even Shaquille said that during that time.
Yeah.
And I said he wasn't ready for the dream. Dream was nasty. He really was. I'm still putting Wilt as my center. 10,000 women. That ain't gonna change my mind.
Hey, man.
and listen, here go the cold part though. Will got the receipts. Will got the receipts, dog. This ain't just him saying I had all these women. All the pictures that they show. 3 women here, 4 women here, 3 women here, 2 women here, 4 women here. I was like, come on, Will.
Will was getting it in, boy. There it is, man. All right, so we're going to wrap up talking about the woman that went viral for quitting her job and against her husband's will. All right, so ladies, get ready to chime in on this one, man. We're going to talk about that next.
I'm going to pay bills anymore. I don't want to do any of this anymore.
What you mean you're not going to pay bills no more?
I'm not paying any bills anymore. Like, are you hard of hearing? Like, I'm not doing it anymore.
So you're not going to help me out on my...
Oh.
Why?
Because that's your job. You're supposed to be paying all the bills in the first place. Why I got to go work? Why I got to get up at 8 o'clock?
Who house is this?
It's our house. But you going to pay all these bills. I'm not doing it by myself.
I'm saying, so what's wrong with you working and help?
There's a lot wrong with it. Why I got to do it?
Wow.
Why I got to do it? You sit up here and act like you the man of the house. Okay, be the man of the house and pay all the bills. I'm not doing it.
I am the man of the house.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Not complaining like that.
No, I'm the man of the house, and the man of the house telling you need to.
No, I'm not gonna go do anything. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing right here on my computer, and you go to work.
What you doing on
the
computer,
work.
y'all?
You doing the kids, be a man, step up, and do what you need to do.
That's what I hate.
All right, so let me go first. I'm about to get mad, and y'all know I don't get mad too much. Okay, if she is running an online business, and if she is starting to make money as an entrepreneur with an online business, and she feels like, hey, I'm going to leave my 9 to 5 and put all of my energy into continuing to build my business because
I'm all for that.
I'm all for that. I'm exactly. So, okay, that's one thing, but I don't think this is the case. And then for her to talk down to her husband and to make him feel like he's not a man.
Why don't you be a man and step up because you lazy?
Listen, man.
Wow.
That right there is, it's like, if I'm the man, if I'm the husband, I'm like, okay, you making your choice. Deuces. And I'm willing to fight tooth and nail for my marriage and for, y'all know how I feel about my wife, Crystal. And
right.
But if she was to do that to me, man, and that's her real true colors coming out, and maybe I didn't know. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you joking? But after all the smoke cleared and she's like, serious. I'm like, man, well, maybe this is time for us to go our separate ways because, I don't mind you not working.
But the disrespect, I mind a lot.
Yeah, that's the part. Because if I can hold it down and if I'm making enough money for our family to be comfortable, all the bills are paid and we're not, living check to check and all that, go, man, yeah. You do your thing, whatever. I got it. It's all good. But
let's be real. He didn't sound like he was making enough.
Exactly. It sounds like he's like, listen, we gotta do this together. They was like, so I got a problem with that, man.
Yeah. Well, Rock, I know you got a dip, dog. Handle your business. Me and Super Dave got the rest. Y'all held it down for me all the time, man. We will holler at you, partner.
Deuces, NIL, baby. Let's go.
Of course he would. Right. If you So, Super Dave, just me and you, dog. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with my house.
Ain't no sensitivity over this. That's what Rock is.
I make money. I do good with money. I'm an entrepreneur. I got a radio job. I got a lot of stuff going on. But you're gonna work. I don't know if it's the old school in me, but I'm not gonna work all hard and go all hard. And you at the house smoking cigarettes or Black and Miles or
that's with the pool guy.
Like you make the chances of getting cheated on less if you got a job.
That's what I'm looking at.
You at the crib, you and the neighbors having mimosas at 11 a.m. while I'm on the Go do something. Go do something for a couple days. Pay for some Wi-Fi. It's $80. Pay for some Wi-Fi. Get some laundry detergent. Don't ask me for some soap. Like buy me a gift every now and then and not in my money. That's what I'm screaming.
We're supposed to be in this marriage together, right? Our bills are together. We pay those bills together. We have money in a joint account together. Everything wants to be together until you want to be on your own.
Till you want to be separate.
You want to be separate there. And everything she brings up is about me being a man. I've been a man. I don't care how much money I could possibly make. I still want her to do something because it's going to help her. What you going to be doing just sitting at home and then bored? You remember the episode of Martin where Gina lost her job and then Martin came home from work?
And she was just on the couch watching TV.
Watching TV. And then she got all up in his face saying, "What do you do today?" She was going all crazy because she needs something to do. And I want to make sure she has something to do. I don't care if you work from home, but as long as you're bringing in a paycheck from home, that's
Wi-Fi, $80, dog.
Exactly.
That's all you understand me? You want all this stuff on Amazon? Go get it.
But the way you disrespected him, whatever that was.
Because guess what? If I don't have a job, I'm still a man. So check yourself on that. If I'm a man first, a real man to tell you, you no longer welcome here. How about that? Yes. But a sorry man would bust you in the mouth and drag you all up and down the house. You understand me? I'm not condoning that in no kind of way. I hate it. And those dudes should go to jail. But women must watch what they say to dudes because of mental health. And guess what? My trauma is not your trauma. And when you get older, you just live through trauma. Some people don't like to get talked to like that. I was at a comedy show in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and the one of the comedians was clowning a host, and the host was a pastor. These dudes almost start fighting because the dude told him to shut up. But I said, at the church comedy show, like what's happening?
No. But you don't want to be talked down to, and especially by anybody. But then you talk about your wife, the person you live with, the person you still have something together with, your teammate. That's what your wife is. But she's telling you what you're not about, and about becoming a man. I'm already a man. But if you're gonna say that stuff, if you're gonna say that kind of stuff,
if you're gonna say it casually, when was I man when I bought you when I bought you jewelry? Was I man then? When I got you a car, was I man? Was I man when we went on vacation? Yes. But because you don't think, because you are lazy, because you got lazy tendencies, now I'm not a man? Wow.
Because my first thing would be, you lazy B. You know what I really want to say? You lazy B. Get your
lazy, beautiful woman. That's what you really want to say.
That B is beautiful. I can tell you that now. At the way she talked to me.
You lazy bride of mine. That's what he.
You get your ass up and go out there and work. because we have bills to pay. And if we want to keep food on the table, keep our family happy, both of us have to do it.
Yeah.
Both of us, no matter what. I'm with you. Now I can see Rock. He ain't here right now, but you know Rock is that rap trash man, that sensitivity. I can see.
Yeah. Here go Ralph. Here go Ralph.
Well, you know, guys, Super Dave, Griff, all I know, you know me and my wife from the Perfect Pair podcast. You know, we just work differently. And if my wife ever came like that, I would say, wait a minute, babe. We need the tongue kiss before this turns into anything else.
You got him. You got him. And he looked down on us because we're two brothers.
Yeah,
we're real.
They don't want it. Some people, ladies and gentlemen, here go the bottom line. This is the bottom line. You knew I was a real one when you got with me.
Exactly.
Why would that change? Why would that? You understand? Why would that change? Now, when I make the money, when I'm wealthy, do you have to work then? No, but at least I know that you did work. At least I know you can work.
would you want her doing something? Just something because.
But you got to do something before you get in trouble, like a kid.
Exactly. Thank you.
Like a kid in the summertime. You got to put them in a camp. You got them, or maybe they start gang banging or breaking into houses. You got to do something. So it ain't for me.
I didn't know where you was going with that gang banging. I didn't know where you was going with that.
No, you know how kids just get in trouble. Hey, ride with his dog. We going to just go do something real quick. Like you got to, to me, you gotta, and then do something that you love. So it ain't a job. Jeez.
And the one thing I really do hate, and it brings us back to the point of who do we talk about at the beginning of the show? Carlee Russell. The whole thing of why would you put it on social media? I don't know if he did it or she did it, but some things we got to learn how to keep private. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but Carlee Russell wanted everybody to know.
I mean, she wanted. I'm just
she
saying,
was found.
But I'm saying social media. This is another situation where everybody wants to be a star. I don't know if this really is true or not.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a planet or a skit, but I ain't listened to the whole thing. It looked like it was long, and I heard enough.
Yes, I heard enough too. But the whole thing is, please, Black people, people in general, we don't need everything on social media.
People in general.
Please don't put everything on social media. I don't need to know about your life. I really don't. Griff keeps his stuff private. I keep my stuff private. I don't want my stuff out there.
Well, we all know one thing.
I will put my foot on my wife's neck, Rocky and Griff. You might not know a lot about me, but you can catch a size 9 right here.
Hey, hold on. 10 and a half. What are you talking about? 9.
10 and a half, 9. Same thing. The footprint is the footprint.
Dog, when we come back, I had a chance to interview Byron Motley, the executive producer of the new film, The League, all about Negro baseball. You're going to love it. I'll play it. We come back. Wasn't that interesting, dog? That dude broke it down in a way I just never heard before.
But it kind of reminds me of what you said earlier in the show. A sport doesn't become a sport until what? Until Black people.
Until Black people play, man. Let me tell you something.
What you said is true.
I just feel that in my soul. Like,
yes, I agree.
Baseball before Jackie Robinson just wasn't baseball.
But they stole things from the Negro League and put it in their game. They did that.
When he was telling me about when I saw that a dude had a pitch that was so crazy that ended up being a screwball, that the white league was like, the whole thing with the Negro League, they just wanted to go to Major League Baseball. They just wanted to go to the, you know what I'm saying? And the white people would get them close by saying, hey, teach us how to throw that screwball.
Yes.
And you think you're going to make the team because, oh man, they asked me, but then they just used you.
And they don't
ain't give you no money.
The name came from, the screwball name came from. That's where our wives kept screwing us over and taking our balls.
Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our Nate Newton, number 61. He felt so good about that. Look at him right there. Rock Teasy is his name. My name is Griff, and I actually hate the homie right there. We will go ahead, Super Dave.
And this your boy Super Dave. Why you gotta roll your eyes, man? I thought that was funny. I'm not a comedian, but I thought I laid that out there for you. I feel like a Negro from the Negro League now.
Well, they felt proud, so you don't feel like one. I'm Griff. That's Super Dave, Rock T. I hate the homies. We'll see y'all next episode. Ray Duggar.
I hate the homies.